When you're looking for specific data within Microsoft Access, for example, by doing a query search, as I have here, looking for the people living in Leeds in this case, the data which is displayed to you isn't the most isn't the most suitable way you can present data. It looks a bit dull, a little bit boring, and in some cases you can't actually see the full record details anyway. So to make this a bit more easier on the eye, a bit more appealing, you'll need to create a report by simply going to create and then choosing one of the report options here. Now, as we've already got a set of data specifically found, it'd be best to use the report wizard, and then in this case then you choose from the drop down menu whether or not to use your table or any queries you might have done. In this case we're going to do the lead search, and you can choose which fields you want to have in that report, and in this case I want them all, so I'm going to use the double-headed arrow. You can then choose which order you want those records, or those fields, sorry, to be displayed on the report, and then you can decide whether or not you want it to be sorted on one of those fields. So in this case I want the surname to be sorted either by ascending or descending, and I'll keep it as ascending and press next. And then last but not least, you'll need to decide on the layout of your report. So tabular always comes up as the first option, and as you can see you'll have the title across the top, you'll have the field names, and then you'll have each of the records then listed underneath, and as you can see you'll get quite a lot of records on one page. On the justified option, you can see it's laid out differently, and in this case I know there's only 5 records which will be in our report, but it looks as if this will probably end up going over 5 pages or so, this report, so it's not really suitable for us. On column there, you'll have the field names down the left hand side, and then the records go in next to those, and that's probably going to go over 1 page, considering that we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fields, so we're talking about 7 of these orange ones down, and then whatever data goes with it, so easily over a couple of pages. So I'm going to use tabular, and because we've got 7 options, I'm not quite sure if it's going to fit in portrait, so I'm going to choose landscape and then press next. And the last thing I need to do is give an appropriate name to my report, and then I'm just going to preview the report. I'm not going to modify it yet because I want to see what it looks like when it's generated by Microsoft Access. And as you can see, everything seems to fit in quite nicely as well. It's as a landscape, as I said, so there's plenty of space between them. But if it gets to the point where you need to change your database, your report layout, you've already been brought to the print preview. You just need to click on close print preview, and it takes you then to the design stage. So on this then, you've got these 4 options across the top, and really we're looking at the format side of things. You can change the write-in style by simply highlighting here and choosing what font style you wish to use, so something which is appropriate. You can choose the, back on format section, you can choose the size of the write-in, because this seems a bit small to me, so I'm going to knock it up so it's a little bit bigger, and you might have to resize the text box so it all fits in. You can change the colour, so it'll stand out so it's a little bit stronger, and you can do this with anything here. So the page header are the field titles, and then the detail is the records which are listed on there. So if I just go up back onto the design part of the report design tools and click on view, it'll take us then to the actual report, and as you can see it's made the changes I wanted to. And there's the page header, and there's the details then of each of the customers. In the case of these records not actually fitting in properly, so as you can see the 4th one down, Forest T, 43 Hayden Bridge Road, it's a bit close to Garforth across here in this area. So I'm going to go back to the design view, and I can maybe make address 2 a little bit narrower because they weren't very big. So resizing those, and then I can stretch them out, the address and address 1 I should say, for both the detail and the page header. And it's a good idea, if you make an adjustment to one of these across the top, then you should make similar adjustments to the actual detail, because otherwise they won't kind of line up. And the last thing I just wanted to say, if you wanted to change the background colour of any of these areas, on the format area, you've got your fill can. You could put a background image if you wanted to, but you could use the fill can. You can choose a suitable colour, and then back on design, click on view, and you can see again it's made those changes when we've got that gap there as well.